Yes.
I don't know.
Yes,
and I'm telling you, this was pretty decent.
This is
You're a
not,
bit, Zeno.
This is not a bit.
No,
This
Zeno's
is
a
not
bit.
a bit. I
know
still
you,
like
Zeno.
the
You're a
show. We were just at the height of Ahsoka last week, and this one took it down. It's not as good. And I had, I was really hoping for some great, and I cannot stand to say Grace was right, but based on this episode,
Why can't you stand that? Once again, you don't have a
Because-
problem with her.
you don't let me finish.
Okay.
She said, I don't think that Filoni should direct. And based on this specific episode, if it's just this in isolation, until I see more from him, this is not good of a direct, the Star Wars and theatrical. It was a good episode. It was probably like when he did Clone Wars or Rebels, one of the weaker episodes of those series.
What?
And I don't think this is as good as theatrical. And I hate saying that Grace Randolph was right. And I said she was being unfair. She said that before she saw this episode. After seeing this episode, I'm like he's still good, but this was not a great, this was not great direction in this. The Purgle looked good. It's not a bit. It's not a bit. I still want him to get his chance, but
people are allowed to not like the episode.
Yeah,
That's
and
fine.
I mean, if they said,
But
Dave
he said he
Filoni
liked
is-
the episode.
If they said Dave
I'm trying to get him
Filoni
to
was
admit he
direct-
didn't like it.
Dave Filoni directing the next Star Wars, I would still be
Like,
rooting him on.
How can you say
I
you
would.
like the episode
And then
when
the
you
Jason Solo stuff, goosebumps.
You're not
bro.
honest with yourself, because how can you say that you overall like the episode, but now you're saying he shouldn't direct? If you like the episode, then he
It
should
wasn't
direct.
strong. There was the bad aspects. I love George Lucas. There was bad aspects of George with the dialogue, and it's very flat delivery for a lot of the only actors that shined were better actors was Jason Segel is
So
just
you
a
didn't
good
like the
young
episode,
actor.
but there was good parts that you did like. Just say you didn't like the episode. It's bothering me.
I think there's issues with the episode. That's it. I don't think it was
to the detriment.
Listen,
those issues
because
outweigh
of
was
last week's episode was such a great episode. It raised all expectations, not my personal expectations, because it was going somewhere so fast. It was so intense.
Yeah.
It was such a good
Did you watch The
episode,
Mandalorian?
and then you go with that.
And then so
Yeah.
you didn't like this episode, but you keep saying you did like it while trashing
There
it.
was things in it I liked.
Okay,
It's still
but
moving
you still didn't
forward.
like it
They're
overall.
They're still going to find Thrawn and Ezra.
The bad outweigh the good, yes or no? Because all you're talking about is the bad.
I don't.
Just trying
I
to
don't
get you to
this
admit.
isn't going to tank the series. They're still going the same place.
For this episode,
So yeah, you could probably skip this episode in the future, depending on what
say
happens
you
in the
didn't like
next
the
episode.
episode. Stop lying.
I was not a fan of the episode. No,
That's all I want.
last week was the. I mean, yeah, everyone's got their own opinion. It was that good for me. I did
agree.
watch
Last week
Rebels.
was-
I just have a
Last week
bad
was
memory. I forget.
okay for me.
Well, Bruce, give your
and I
opinion.
watched
Liz.
Rebels, so
All right, let me ask you this, Bruce. Since
Yes.
you're more critical of episode 2, you not think it was great for the general public. They're a little confused.
I think that I
Well, I wanted to ask you, do you think this gives you good vibes for Filoni directing a feature, or what do you think? Or you can have some concerns. That's all.
I think this was practice for his movie that he's gonna direct.
It is, of course. It is.
I'll still be
But
rooting him on.
Oh,
Listen,
God.
You just
hacks.
voted him. You said he shouldn't do theatrical.
You hacks,
How you
Brian.
rooting for him?
I was a Filoni fan before Star Wars. I'm talking about
What a
the
mess.
Airbender. So you don't tell me,
Shit.
brother. You don't tell
You
me, brother.
demoted him.
You
You demoted
either-
him. You
Stop-
said he shouldn't be
Clear your
allowed
eyes,
theatrical.
Claudia. Yes, don't cry.
No, I'm not
Cry for
crying.
me, Argentina. The truth
Yeah,
is, Max
that's-
never liked the
Well,
episode.
that's the first time he blinked in
I was
24
a
hours.
Filoni fan.
He's been awake
Now
for
you're
24
not.
I
hours.
was a
You
of it.
demoted
Filoni fan before any of you.
If you were
So-
Kathleen Kennedy, you
Wait, you
stop
would
talking about it.
subscribe to his
Listen,
OnlyFans?
if Rebel Moon comes out and it's not good, I'm going to tell you that too, because I'm the real deal, bros.
No, you're gonna say all the
And I have
negatives
to
while
say
saying you
bros
liked it
because I looked
overall.
at my
Which is
analytics.
terrible.
Holy shirt. So it's like I should put the mask back on.
Okay.
Female viewership is tanked.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, you look cool with the mask.
There-
Anyway,
there was mystery there.
Oh!
No. Okay. See, here's the
Wow.
deal on this one.
There was
I'm gonna tell you right now. This was if you're a regular a general audience person and you're watching Ahsoka, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah,
if
that's
you
me.
didn't watch
I
the
forgive you.
supplemental material that led to this show,
Did not.
I apologize. But be that as it may,
Mm-hmm.
someone who has taken all of it in,
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Great. I'm very
This
happy
is like
for
an
you.
episode of Rebels, man. I loved it. It was just,
So
dude.
don't let my constructive
Live action Rebels.
criticism.
Yeah, it's hard to beat that.
If I found something constructive in your criticism, I would agree with you. But
You're just saying
cool.
space whales. That's all you're saying.
No. I gave a lot.
Too many
of reasons.
space whales.
I gave the reasons between the life and death lesson.
The
That
life and
seems
death
very
lesson,
important.
which
Yeah,
I
and
solved
which
at the
ended
end,
up
didn't
being
I?
space whales.
No,
It's
it
all
ended up
space whales.
being that Ahsoka realized that she had a little of the dark side.
It's all space whales.
That was
bro.
cool. I like that.
Don't ever watch the
But
Voyage
that
Home.
was the
That's
final
all I'm gonna
lesson.
say.
Yeah,
That was the lesson. Her learning that, you know what, she does have everything of Anakin in her,
Yes.
which
Come on,
includes
Max.
the dark. That's why her eyes
What
went
of
yellow.
Anakin does she have in her?
Constructive
The
criticism.
dark side, you fool. Oh, anywho, but I'm just saying that's not constructive criticism. It's very base
No, the
level.
constructive criticism saying the whole point of the episode, the majority of the point of the episode is her and Anakin interacting.
Don't get me wrong, it kind of
episode of
meandered a
Life
little
or
bit,
Death.
and I was a little confused.
Yes.
But it was
there we
kind of
go.
nice seeing the how they wrapped it up, made up for it.
Look,
Okay?
here's figure drawing.
It's the conclusion, good sir.
A figure drawing.
But it's cool. I don't want to argue.
He hated the Voyage Home. Max hated the Voyage
But
Home.
you got to realize the majority of the people that subscribe to Disney is the general audience.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
but
they
not a
wanna
lot of
join the
them
general
watch the
audience.
supplemental materials.
He's busy watching that Little Mermaid. Let's
And-
go.
This show is going to have lower viewership than Obi-Wan. I see it.
You think?
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan, what's number one?
I think the first couple episodes will open strong, but after this episode, it's going to lose a lot
All
of
right,
viewers.
you don't think Anakin brings people? Okay.
Well, no, I think once they get to the end, it'll bring people back. I'm just saying they were going on all cylinders last week. That's all. So it's a little bump. It's a little bump in the road, but we're going to get there. There's 3 episodes left. Vince says, and Anakin never learned to forgive. She did. She does have the ability to forgive. I think that all white wardrobe changed it, brought her back to being
and
a
like
Jedi.
Filoni's been saying, she's like Gandalf. Okay, she just had her switch from the gray to the white.
People jumped all over her for that. When she said that, they jumped all over her for that comment. That she took inspiration from Gandalf.
No, it wasn't her. It was Dave Filoni
That's a good
said
comment.
that.
I have no problem with that comment.
No, but that makes a lot of sense if you think about it. So, guys, like, given the fact that this was a typical episode of Star Wars Rebels, which was freaking amazing, the Jason Solo stuff where he was tapping into the Force, and then the droid was like, "Yeah, he's got it," and it's like, bro, let's go, man. Show him how to do some stuff. Build a lightsaber. Let's go, Jack. And I was hoping maybe they'd get caught up in the wake of that freaking Purgle as they're going on.
Yeah, she looked great. Rosario Dawson always looks great. She literally had the outfit. Yeah, that was good.
That was the ending outfit, man. But no, dude, I'm just saying, like, dude, just give it time. This is like a middle slump episode of Mandalorian where we're going off to some
exactly. In
douchey
Clone Wars
planet
Rebels, there was some
that has nothing to do with it. Well, dude, the thing about Clone
Does
Wars and
anyone
Rebels,
know how long
they
the
had like
last 3 episodes
17,
are?
20 episodes.
They're like 40 minutes, right?
No, I'll tell you this.
least the ones I saw.
Here's some optimism from this episode. Usually, even when Clone Wars or Rebels falters, they stick the landing. That's one thing that when Filoni's involved that I really believe. There's lots of things, but there's one thing that I think they're going to stick the landing. Even though I'm not really happy with this episode, I think it was, it wasn't a great watch.
Right.
I think it's. I don't think it's horrible. I think there's goals. And I think they're going to stick the landing.
What he's saying. I want to confirm what Max is saying and back him up, because a lot of the times when you have like those scenes that are weird, or like that felt off. A lot of the times you have to do certain things to get to where you want to go. So maybe this awkwardness of this episode needed to set up certain things to make sure they did land the ending. And it's like, okay, we couldn't quite we kind of had to like crowbar our way into that awesome ending, but we did it, right? Whether it's awkward or not, right? That happens a lot in films that because by the end you don't, as the audience member, you don't give a crap. You're being wowed. You don't care that there was like a little bit of a you have to like check your brain at the door for a certain scene or something, you know? So I just want to validate what you said, Max. That is true. And that's awesome that Filoni's known for that he's known for endings. So maybe that's what he had to do for this one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see how it ends. I'm hoping for really. I think the end of the season, people are going to be hyped. This is just this was just the rougher episode, just like there's been rough episodes of Clone Wars and Rebels. But overall, the overall series is really good for those shows. You know.